Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Woo! Now, it's been this theory been on my mind for like a bit, but all right, what would have happened if Hidan would have basically like never would have well when Shikamaru like defeated him and whatnot, but what if like somebody like I don't know like Kabuto would have like found his body and brought him back somehow. Because it's like, you gotta think about it like this. Hidan was a very, very capable and skilled ninja. Like, to be honest with you, I don't even understand why they left this man out of the freaking, out of the war. Don't you know how Hidan would have had a lot of bodies to kill? Like, due to the fact that he was immortal and stuff, and there was still ways of killing him, but probably like destroying his body, or doing something that's like obliterating it, like maybe like a tail beast bomb or something that probably like incinerate his body or whatever. But the thing is, it's like if Hidan was basically in the war, and let's just say like after when Shikamaru like blown him up and somebody would have found his body and like brought him back and stuff and reassembled his pieces and stuff, because mind you, when he blown him up, he was still there looking, even though he feels pain. But the thing is like he can't die due to the fact that he did this whole like forbidden jutsu type ritual thing in I think the Jashin, I think that's what I think it was called, I think the Jashin and whatnot. And it's like him and I guess maybe some other people went through this some sort of like ritual, and then they've gain the power of immortality and whatnot. But you know how there's always like dots on their heads, like Hashirama had a dot on his head, he had like a black dot on his head, and it's like, what's up with all these dots? Like, we all know that some of these chakras and forbidden chakras obviously come from like somewhere and stuff, because it's like he made his own version. Kagaya made destruction, but all of that stuff that I won't even bother to get into. But it's just that I don't know. Like Hidan, if Hidan was like in the war and whatnot, he would have had like a lot of bodies to kill, and frankly, he would have been one of the guys to try and like stop. Like who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna obviously stop him? Now I probably would have said that maybe if obviously like Shikamaru or Naruto probably would have been the one to take him down, mainly Shikamaru, because due to the fact that he killed Azuma. So that would have been it. But the thing is like I was always thinking of too was that, okay, even though this is like a forbidden jutsu and stuff, how come Orochimaru didn't learn like this rigorous supposedly immortality? Because it's like, if you think about it, if Orochimaru would have learned that with what Hidan learned, it would have been no more point of him robbing and stealing other people's bodies and whatnot. He would have just had the perfect immortal body and whatnot. Because if you think about it, Orochimaru would have been a little bit more sicker than Hidan with it, because Hidan was sick, but it's just that you can say that he was too careless with his moves. Like he was just I'm immortal, nobody can't really kill me and whatnot. Until Shikamaru figured it was like, well, if I can't physically like damage you, I'm just gonna blow you up. I'm just gonna blow you up into pieces and whatnot, and you can't reassemble yourself from that. So it's like, in all honesty, Hidan was sick. Like Hidan was sick, but it was just that when it came down to, like I said before, when his skillings, he was careless. He was pretty careless. But if Hidan was in the war, I'm telling you, Hidan would have been a monster. Even though it was crazy, because Kakuzu was like, yo, where's Hidan at? And it's like, Hidan's still alive. Despite everything, Hidan is still alive. Because he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. Because, again, Kabuto would have been like, okay, let me go reassess his body and stuff. Because if he did that to Madara, obviously he could have, found Hidan and put him back together and stuff. But, again, Hidan was basically he was really skillful. Like, if you would have put him on the battlefield and told him who to he probably would have had like 10 or 6 ninjas under that little blood spell, and all he would have been doing was stabbing his heart every single time and killing each and every single one of them and stuff. And just imagine if he just got like a little taste of everybody's blood and whatnot, had like some sort of little blood sacrifice, stabbed his heart multiple amount of times, everybody would have been dying. Everybody would have been dying. They wouldn't even notice. They were like, yo, like, what happened? Like, he's dead. He just flat out dead and whatnot. It's like, it's pretty sick on how like his abilities and moves was. Now I would say that how is more people with the whole immortality like Hidan, I would say it would make sense for them to be in Boruto and whatnot. They was just like hiding out, chilling, and you know, they was just like, you know, doing their own like sort of thing and whatnot. Because it's like, if you think about it, each and every single jutsu and forbidden jutsu, if you truly think about it, it also comes from, obviously, I would say, well, the aliens. Like Kagaya, Momoshiki, Kinshiki, like all of them. Like, I would pretty much say, like maybe like some of the forbidden jutsus. Because it's like, you see how, like Momoshiki, Kenshiki, and all, like, they looking for the whole fruit. They looking for the god fruit and whatnot. And it's like to preserve their power, to gain even more stronger, and to gain immortality and whatnot. But it's like, if they was already immortal, right? If they was already immortal, they can't die. They could be sealed up or be obliterated on the spot, or some sort of way that they could take physical damage where they can die. Then where does immortality comes from? Like, who was the one who started the whole jutsu and whatnot to be immortal and whatnot? And how come, like, you know, other people didn't like take this upon and thought about? Like, I wouldn't say like anybody, just like I said before, like Orochimaru. Because Orochimaru, if he would have learned this immortality business, I mean, he would have been good. But to be honest, if Orochimaru didn't touch it, it makes you wonder what type of rigorous training or rituals that they had to put their bodies through in order for them to gain this immortality and whatnot, for the blood sacrifice to accept them and be like, well, you are worthy of immortality and whatnot. I mean, really gets you thinking though. That's why I said, like, Hidan was really skillful. He was really skillful and whatnot when it came down to like all these blood sacrifices and jutsus. And if you think about it, all he needed was like your blood. All he needed was like your blood, and he was basically like killing anybody. So I would basically say like Hidan probably was like one of the strongest people in Naruto. Probably like one of the strongest, because it's like all he needed was like a sample of your blood. It's not like he was like the dude from My Hero Academia, like the hero killer Stain, where it's just like, oh, he takes a sample of your blood and you stun and you can't move anymore, and then he just comes out of nowhere, like you're paralyzed, and then he kills you on the spot. This dude, he was on a whole different level where it was just like, just a one sample of your blood, do a jutsu and whatnot. If he stabbed his Achilles if he stabbed his Achilles heel and whatnot, you can't even move anymore. If he stabs his heart, you can't, like, you're done. Like, you're freaking done. And it was like, if he wanted to, he could have probably, well, I want to say he could have killed Itachi, because Itachi was smart. Like, he wasn't going to fall for any of that. I mean, it would have been hard, but no, because again, like, Itachi, no, like, it would have been nothing. He could put him in a genjutsu, thinking that he's killing him, thinking that he won, and it's like, nah, come on. Maybe Kizame, yeah, maybe Kizame, probably Kizame. But Kizame was powerful too, so I probably want to say it wouldn't, the blood sacrifice probably wouldn't even work on him, because Kizame was also broken too. But maybe alright, I would say Sasori, probably Sasori. No, I'm sorry, he was a puppet. Nope, I'm sorry, he was a puppet. I forgot he was a puppet. Never mind. That wouldn't work. But yeah. Hidan, if he was part of the war, freaking broken. Probably took out a couple of ninjas, into somebody would have eventually, like Shikamaru, Naruto, Sasuke, or whoever, would have probably like figured some sort of way of, if you can't blow up, if you can't physically kill him, vaporize his body. Just vaporize his body where he can no longer come back. Just vaporize his body. Or actually, no. Yeah. Just vaporize his body. and stuff, because it's like, you know, you can't have this dude sitting there doing blood sacrifices and blood jutsus and whatnot, and instantly often and killing people and whatnot. Telling you, man, that the Hidan, like, whoever came up with the jutsu though, this, like he said, Joshin's like the Joshin power. I guess he probably, because it's like you heard him in the show, he was like saying, "Oh, this is for Joshin and this and that," and it made him sound like whacked out in the head, like well, this was like a blood sacrifice ritual type thing. So it was like, yeah, he would be calling out to him and whatnot. Made it sound like he was a god or something, but no. Maybe it was linked up to the Kaguya clan. We don't know. It could have been one of their little secrets and whatnot, or a forbidden jutsu. We don't know, because it's like, it is forbidden. And if it was that bad, if Orochimaru didn't touch it, then it really must. We gotta really be thinking, like, is this jutsu? Like the hell? Like, what's wrong with this stuff? Dark stuff up in here. But yeah, if you like what you heard what you like.